What's up, guys? It is Sauce here, bringing you some APDL Week 2 action against a first-time opponent in Winglings and the Sunnyside Solrocks. So, yeah, I've been looking forward to this game for a while. We've never played each other in APDL before, so it's going to be very exciting to see what Winglings has to bring. So I've seen some cool stuff that he's pulled off in previous seasons with like Vaporeon and other cool Pokemon. So very excited to see and play against him. So he's got a little bit of a tough team, at least with like weaknesses wise. He's got some super good special attackers with like Goomy, Salandit, Numel, and has some really cool tier 1 Pokemon like Anorith and Duskull that I was trying to prep around here. So all in all, I think that we brought a pretty decent team in terms of team building this week. So yeah, I just wanted to keep experimenting, and we got to bounce back from that week 1 loss against Noah. So yeah, without further ado, let's go check out the team builder. So here's the team builder. We have, first appearance of the season, we got Drilbur. Now Drilbur here, we're going for a choice scarf set because speed control is pretty cool to have. Just wanted to make sure that we could have stealth rocks and just make sure maybe this guy could be hopefully our lead, as well as just having mold breaker, earthquake. Awesome job. So like anytime Duskull wants to switch in with levitate, just does not work. Poison jab, mainly there for the Moralo, just to, you know, get that 4 times weakness, and rock slide just for some coverage. So that is Drilbur. Max speed, max attack, you know the drill. Next is Sobble, the Sobble with the light clay. We're going for dual screens with U-turn and some stab surf with torrent. So saw that his team was fairly weak to water, so I thought Slowpoke was a really good pick for this week. Just max speed for the most part, just to outspeed what we can, and you know, besides Salandit and Anorith, we'll just see if we can survive, and that's why we're putting the rest into HP. And then just rounding out some defensive stats here and there. So that's Slowpoke, the Sobble. Next is Dane Cook Jr. Now this is who we're hopefully going to get behind screens. And we have a focus sash here just because this thing dies to a lot. So we want to make sure that we're able to get off agility. Yes, we have modest nature agility set. Max speed, max special attack. And we're just rounding out the moves for surf, hidden power, grass, and agility. He's got Barboach and other mons on his team that don't like the hidden power grass. So the only thing that really walls this thing is Goomy. So we're just gonna have to watch out for that. But anything else, this thing should outspeed after an agility and do some work. So that's Dane Cook for you. Next up is the beginning of our Trick Room core with Prince Hippo. Prince Hippo here is chilling with an Eviolite. He will be our Eviolite Pokemon this week. And he has Trick Room, Slack Off, Aqua Tail, and Earthquake. 2 attacking moves just because low-key, Slowpoke has some base 65 attack. So it's pretty good. Figured that we can you know, start utilizing it a little bit. So we're just going max special defense here and max HP. Wanted this thing to be the main Salandit wall, as you know, poison fire versus water psychic kind of seems to add up. So that's who we're mainly looking to wall, and just mainly set up Trick Room for our boys coming up, such as Ole. Ole is here with a choice band, first debut of the season. Max attack, brave nature, lowering that speed. 0 IVs. This thing is choice banding with Iron Head, Rock Slide, Power Whip, and Play Rough. Sheer Force choice band Ole. This thing is gonna do some damage. It has one purpose, and that is to smack things with that big old trunk. So that is Cufant. Really excited to try him out. I've been looking forward to doing this for a while. And speaking of that big old trunk, we got the big old stank rounding out the lineup. And we're bringing back our Grimer-Alola with the Assault Vest. Now we're just going max HP, max attack, just getting that Assault Vest just for a little bit of tankability, but just getting in some good moves with Knockoff for that precious item, knocking off Shenanigans, Ice Punch, Rock Slide, and Shadow Sneak for some priority. And also pretty decent against, you know, Duskull, stuff like that. So that is the lineup. Overall, pretty happy with it. Was thinking about going for like some Rain Dance stuff, like some more entry hazards, but I just ultimately decided on this. So pretty happy with it for the most part. So looking at the team, let's check out the game against Sunnyside Solrocks. So we have the Sauce Boss versus Primo Scuffage, aka Winglings, aka Sunnyside Solrocks. And we see that he's got Oshawott, Numel, Barboach, Salandit, Anorith, and Goomy. So initially I wanted to start off with a Choice Scarf Drilbur lead, but looking at his team here, it was a little bit sketchy. So I figured maybe we just start off with Sobble here instead and maybe get up some screens from the get-go. So that's exactly what we do. And he starts out bringing out Numel, which is perfect. So we kind of read the switch as he doesn't want to take a 4 times weak water move. Very understandable. So we get a free chance to set up a light screen. In comes Barboach, so we know we're faster. So we're going to also set up a Reflect. But he uses Spark and we get Paralyzed. So he gets a Dragon Dance off too, and we're paralyzed, but we're behind screens. So at this point, I don't really want to switch out and let anything else take a hit, as it's just, I don't, U-turn's not going to do too much damage, and I'm not too sure what I would want to take a Stab, Water, or Ground move. So I'm just going to stay in and just hit it with Stab Surfs, which does a considerable amount of damage. So at this point, I'm just gonna stay in, as behind screens, we're kind of just setting up for ourselves, to be honest. So we start off with a pretty sizable lead, 6-5 going in, and Anorith clicks Knockoff, and we live at 2%. Again, the screens coming in super clutch, as Slowpoke is about to surf up, and we get another clean quick kill, which is more than what we wanted from this Sobble, which is awesome. So in comes Oshawott and just cleans us up, as we don't really want to switch from this point. But with 2 screens set up, this is a good time to put in Dane Cook. Now incoming electric move, most likely, but we see that Numel's still around, and so we use that free moment to set ourselves up with agility. Agility's out, and in comes the Surf. So Numel eats the Surf here, and our light screen starts wearing off. So Goomy comes out, and again, we don't really have anything to deal with Goomy, so this is where we take a chance and go into Prince Hippo. We eat up the Dragon Paul, even with the crit. So this gives us time to set up Trick Room. After this, we switch into Cufant and eat a Night Slash pretty well. So being a bulky guy, we go for Play Rough, as that just 1-hit KOs. Goomy comes in, we're slower, hence faster. Another Play Rough comes in, makes us gooey, and in comes Salandit. I'm locked into Play Rough, so I didn't really want to stay in and hopefully die. You know, we're playing for differential here. So he gets off a Toxic, as well as a Knockoff. but we can just simply click Earthquake and clean up Salandit. So that is the game. So GG's to you, Primo Scaffage, and the Sunnyside Solrocks. Super fun game. Prepping for your team was pretty challenging. You have some really cool threats here and there. I love your team comp just as a whole. So it's really cool trying to prep and figure out a way to defeat you. But GG's nonetheless. I hope that you have continued success going forward, and I hope we can get a rematch in playoffs hopefully. But yeah, so overall pretty happy with that game, and we set ourselves up to be 1-1 on the season, so feeling pretty decent. In terms of our next games coming up, we have just some quick, super live prepared editing going on. Oh my goodness. Okay. Yep. We are playing against the depressed Dunsparces next week, which is Wilthy. Colin and I have a little bit of a rivalry going. Our games are always super close and intense. So really looking forward to that game. And yeah, we'll see if we can, take another game from the depressed Dunsparce, or if they can, show us who's really boss in this little league of Little Cup. So thanks again for watching, and I hope you enjoyed, and tune in for next game and next week's video. So peace out, and thank you. Go Raichu.